Hello, everyone. Welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of American Horror Story, Season 5, Episode, don't know, entitled Room 33.
Overall, I thought this was a great episode. Murder House came back. We got to visit with the abortionist Dr. Charles Montgomery from Season 1. He helped deliver Baby Bartholomew, the mutant son of Lady Countess Gaga, who was only pregnant for 3 weeks, people. 3 weeks. She looked like she had like 10 in there. But only one mutant baby came out. Speaking of babies, Ramona and Donovan came to kill the kids. Well, Donovan pussed out because he'd rather go sniff panties. We got Tristan and Liz Taylor doing it. And it really is true love because, Tristan's an orphan and Liz Taylor's like mommy and daddy roll into one in the same room, loving you to pieces. My mom and dad never loved me like that. And I'm good. I don't think I really missed out on anything. I'm good with the divorced parents not giving me that kind of attention. Detective Lowe is still running around blonde, stinking drunk, freaking horny as hell again. Once again, Alex is taking care of everybody else's kids but her own. And Countess Elizabeth Lady Gaga is using Tristan as a fluffer, a go-between fluffer between her and Will Drake. And if you're wondering what a fluffer is a term used in the porn industry for when a guy's having a problem getting it up and they have someone on set specifically there to fluff his genitalia to get him back ready where he needs to be. And I learned that term from Boogie Nights, by the way. There's some crazy connections in tonight's episode. Lady Gaga tells Dr. Montgomery that he was recommended to her by an actress named Margaret Gibson. Margaret Gibson's a real actress. She was real famous in the silent film years. She went like insane and became this recluse. And on her dying bed, she confessed that back in the day, she murdered a well-known movie director, a guy named William Desmond Taylor, who actually was a very well-known silent film director back in, 1914 to 1922. So there's your fun fact. We also learned tonight that Countess Gaga does not share. She did not care one bit that the orphan Tristan and Liz Taylor were in love. And this was their one chance at love. No buena. She does not share. She cut that problem off right at the neck. She killed Tristan right there in front of Liz and said, hey, he's all yours. You can bury him, though. You don't have to throw him down the chute. You can bury him. He's all yours. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to turn out. Because Lady Gaga is the one that helped Liz Taylor, branded him Liz Taylor, and told him not to be afraid and all this junk. And now she's acting like a kindergartner on the playground. I don't share. Also, John Lowe wakes up with his little son in his face and chases him down to the empty pool coffin holding area and finds his wife and Holden in their creepy little embrace, slaps that coffin because he means business, and passes the fuck out like a little bitch. Then he wakes up and Alex is there and she is skull fucking this guy. I mean, really making him think he's knucking futz. Oh no, you're just repeating everything that Scarlett said. I just can't believe she's acknowledging her daughter. Just saying. You're repeating everything Scarlett said. And John's like, bitch, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm sick of this shit. I woke up, the kid was right here, and I chased his little ass down the hallway into a room with the empty pool, and there's fucking coffins in it, and you were in it, and you looked right at me. I don't know what kind of show you're trying to run here. I'm not crazy. I mean, Liz and Alex decide, you know, instead of trying to move the coffins, we're going to take hammers and we're going to beat the shit out of them, Office Space style. We're just going to beat the living hell out of them and hope that that does some good and they, I don't know, disappear like vapor. I don't know. But that's an awful big nasty mess, and I guess they moved them. Anyway, let's move on. The Danish models from the first episode are roaming around, and Donovan and Ramona show up to kill the kids. And of course, like I said earlier, he totally pushed out to go sniff Lady Gaga's panties. Okay. But he runs into the Danish model twins, and he rambles on about this bullshit about purpose. To be honest with you, I don't get this whole thing. They killed a guy. I don't get it. I don't get what their purpose is. That whole just pissed me off. I don't get it. I don't understand it, so we're going to move on. Another thing, John stumbles across another one of his murder scenes. Just happens to know, thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. It's a commandment murder. You are not fooling anybody at this point. You are not. Seriously. You can tell me all day long. The reason why you know everything is because you have a scanner in your house. You have a police scanner. Which, I'm going to give them a little, I'm going to come a little slack on that because I have an app on my phone, and it's a police scanner. But John really is, it's hilarious to me because he's in the hallway stinking drunk after this whole episode. And Liz Taylor is like, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. And she's like, you don't need to be out here right now. And he's like, I pity the fool that bothers me while I'm sitting out here drunk. Yeah, because you're the fucking drillbo dildo, whatever I just said, 10 Commandment killer. Okay? We know. We get it. We're over it. You're gonna kill him. And it's, thou shalt not, whatever commandment. I don't know the commandments, but it's probably one we haven't seen yet. This is like my favorite part because John has completely lost his shit. He's drunk. He's telling Liz, you know, I love my family. You know, it's not my fault that I'm so shitty at it. Let's evaluate this for a moment, John, shall we? Your marriage fell apart. Your son got abducted on your watch after a 3-day bender. The kid you lost became a non-vampire. And the little girl that you have, Scarlett, is basically being treated like the redheaded stepchild that nobody wants. I mean, before you know it, his drunk ass is going to be beating her little butt down the hallway with a rubber hose. But nobody's pointing any fingers. Nobody is pointing any fingers at John. And then he screams, well, this is my breakdown and I'm gonna have it. Throws his little ba-ba down the hall and it busts. He runs into the Danish models. They have a nasty ass threesome. And they end up bleeding all over him. I've yet to find a guy that finds it attractive when a chick bleeds on him during sex. Just throwing it out there. But then again, they're not drill bit dildo 10 Commandment killers that I know of. And when he gets out of there, the laundress shows up and she's like, well, harlots have no respect for sheets. I'm going to have to wash these at least 3 times and they're going to lose their luster. So John runs downstairs, butt-ass naked, covered in blood, and Liz Taylor's like, so how's that breakdown going? So, but John packs his shit and gets the fuck out. Bartholomew's hitching a ride in a suitcase, unbeknownst to him. He picks up Scarlett on the way home. They go home. Scarlett's pissed as shit. And to be honest with you, the kid has every right to be, because daddy is cuckoo for, I mean, he's nuttier than a candy bar right now. So the little girl is sitting on the couch, minding her own business, eating popcorn, watching cartoons. Daddy sees Freak Baby in the kitchen. Here is daughter, here is father, and he fucking shoots his gun this far from her, and she freaks the fuck out. Because she's the only normal reacting person on this whole fucking show. The cops they call Alex, she shows up, the cops don't arrest his ass, and they know he's crazy as hell, but they still don't take him, okay? And, you know, the cop's like, to Alex, do you want to take your daughter? And she's like, fuck no, I don't want to take my daughter. Why would you ask me that? And they take her to Gamma's house so she can make more fucking cream pies. And John's pissed because Alex is still playing that card. No, you didn't see anything in the hotel. And he's like, yeah, I did. So I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to slam the door dramatically so you can leave. And then she finds Baby Bartholomew in the bushes, takes him back to the hotel, nurses him back to health. Gaga comes back. She was on a trip with Will Drake and his son. And can I just mention something real quick? Why the fuck is Will Drake carrying that big ass kid around? When I fell asleep in the car when I was that big, okay, I'm still the same size I was when I was 12. But anyway, nobody carried my ass in the house. I was told, hey, get up. We're home. Go get your butt in bed. Jeez. Anyway, dumb. But, you know, they get back from Paris and she sees her taking care of her kid. And she, you know, Lady Gaga's like, you rescued my son. And Alex is like, well, you rescued my son. Bitch, she didn't rescue your son. She kidnapped him. God, I hate you. Alex, die. I'm so sick of this character. She's making me, I'm infuriated right now. Like, I don't understand this. I don't get it. You'd rather cradle a mutant freak baby that looks like something out of the movie Eraserhead than take care of your own. I'm writing a Parenting 101 pamphlet based on this show. Lord have mercy. Let's just get through what we learned this week. Lord have mercy. One thing we learned. If you're a dude and you have sex with a transgender that identifies as a female, you are not gay. It is not gay sex. You are just two people expressing love for each other. Unless you're an orphan, then it counts as both mommy and daddy. You can leave the hotel if you find a purpose, but it's not really leaving. It's, you gotta come back, whatever the fuck that means. And I learned I hate Alex Lowe a little bit more than is probably mentally stably allowed. Now I'm going to give some shout outs to American Horror Story Obsession, American Horror Story Ultimate Fan Page. I've got the American Horror Story Fan Club, American Horror Story for Life, American Horror Story All Seasons, and American Horror Story Junkies. These are some people that are very sweet and nice and allow me to post on their Facebook pages. Go look them up. All you gotta do is type it in the search option and they will come up for you. Like I said, I do this because I love it. I like to express how I feel about shows in this format. So please join these groups. They're fun. They post a lot of stuff. And it's good to interact with people who share the same passion for TV as you do and as I do. With that being said, I hope everyone is happy and doing what they were meant to be doing in this life. And if you're not, you have no one to blame but yourself, so get off your ass and do it. And I leave you with this final question. So how's that breakdown going?